Welcome to SimpleStow tutorial. SimpleStow provides the user with the functionality to analyze cargo data statistics and generate the cargo summary reports that show the total count of containers on board, containers to be loaded or discharged, and their summary weight. The report is generated in PDF format and has fixed layout. The user also can group, sort, and filter containers in the cargo list window using any combination of criteria. Then, he can copy the cargo list to clipboard and paste it in an Excel spreadsheet or a text editing software for further processing, reporting, and archiving. The inconvenience of that method is that every time, before copying to the clipboard, the user must manually rearrange the cargo list to the desired format. If the user, on a regular basis, needs the list of containers in a custom predefined format, grouped, sorted, and filtered by a combination of selected criteria, he can create any number of custom templates and use them to export the cargo list in a structured text format. In this video, we will demonstrate how to create a template and export cargo list with the desired content and in the desired format for further data processing or reporting. Here are the steps you must follow to create a cargo list exporting template or scheme. With a container storage plan opened, navigate to the menu, File, and choose the option, Export Cargo List. In the Data Export Setting dialog, press the button, New. Then, enter the name of the scheme or exporting template that you want to create. Next, in the Exporting Scheme Settings dialog, in the left panel, Available columns, choose what container characteristics you want to export, and move them to the right panel columns to export, using the right and left directional arrow buttons. In the right panel, arrange the container characteristics in the order in which you want them to be exported, using the up and down arrow buttons. In the separators frame, choose what symbols you want to use as the data separators. The most frequently used data separator symbol is comma. It is used in the CSV file format that can be opened in Excel. For your reference, CSV stands for comma separated values. You can choose any of the legitimate data separation symbols in the drop-down selection box. Comma, semicolon, colon, vertical bar, space, or tab. Dot is used in the program as the decimal point. If you try to choose the dot as a separator, SimpleStow will pop up a warning and will not allow this duplication. If you want to use dot as a separator, you must change the decimal separator from dot to comma. If you choose to export long text characteristics, such as cargo description, that may contain commas and other special symbols, you may assign the text qualifier symbols, like quotation or double quotation marks, to encapsulate the text characteristics. You can also choose the inline separator symbol if you are intended to export a list of parameters belonging to the same category. A good example of that situation is the list of various IMO classes of dangerous goods stacked in the same container. Check the Export Headers box if you want to export names of the container characteristics as the column headers. Choose in which line of the file you want the headers to be exported, and in which line to start exporting the data. In the Quick Filters frame, you can choose what containers you want to export. You may want to export all containers in the cargo list, or only containers on board the ship, or the list of containers to be stowed or restowed in the current port. Then, using the respective buttons, you can specify how do you want the list to be sorted, grouped, and filtered. In the sort settings, you can choose one or a combination of sorting criteria and ascending or descending order for each criterion. You can add as many sorting criteria as you need by pressing the plus sign button. Instead of exporting the list of individual containers, In the Group Settings dialog, you can select how you want the containers to be grouped and summarized, checking the respective boxes. You may also add one or a combination of filters that the program will apply when exporting the container. When you have finished the exporting schema settings, press the OK button to close the dialog. Once you have created a data exporting schema, you can use it over and over again simply choosing its name in the selection box. You can create any number of exporting schemas or templates for different exporting purposes. At any time, you can rename, edit, or delete an exporting schema, choosing it in the drop-down list, and pressing a functional button. To export a cargo list, use the menu, File, Export Cargo List. In the Data Export Settings dialog, choose a previously created schema, or create a new one. Then, press the Export button. In the Save As Browsing dialog, choose the location and the name of the file where you want to save the cargo data. The list of containers will be exported and saved following the sorting, grouping, and filtering settings stored in the exporting schema. You can further analyze and process the cargo list data exported in a file. You can format and print a report or archive the file for future needs. More information on the SimpleStow functions and how to use them, you can find in the program's electronic help that you can open either through the program's menu or pressing the F1 functional key on the keyboard.